Is it spoopy time yet? I'm gonna put this right here. So today I wanted to do a little cozy sit and chit chat. I wanted to share with you guys all of the fabrics that I bought for my Mary Sanderson cosplay that I am going to be spending the month of August uploading. I have been working really diligently at not spending money on fabrics, with the exception of this project, because there was no way that I could actually pull everything out of the inventory that I have and it looked great. I will give you guys quickie synopsises of everything that I purchased with as many links as I can, and then when I do the full videos, that's when I will actually go into more detail. But either way, I'm gonna show you shit. I'm gonna show you some shit. All right, hold that thought. Because I forgot something, and now that I'm sitting here, I realize it. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Okay, I'm back. I'm dying. I'm literally dying. It is 110 degrees here in coastal central Florida. And that's with the coastal breeze. I hate it here, and I am longing for fall. I realize I'm going to be waiting really long time. So instead of having real fall, I'm, doing little things like using my Hello Pumpkin mug and dressing as if it's almost Halloween. And that makes me feel a little bit better. But not entirely. Anyway, let's dive into this pile of fun, shall we? I'm going to start from the head down. I ordered this wig to get Mary's iconic upside down tornado hair. I ordered it from Amazon. It's Wig Goddess. It is a lace front wig because y'all know my bouginess for wigs. And it is black. It is purple with black highlights. I hope you guys can see that. When it comes time to actually do this wig, I may or may not add more black highlights to it. I haven't decided, but in real life, this is stunning. In real life, it has a lot of curls. It has some curl to it, but I'm gonna add more curl to it. Not as tight of a curl as we did for Winifred, but still something just to kind of give that hair the velcro-iness that I want. Not a word. Velcro-iness a word? I don't know. Continuing to work from the top down, Mary's blouse has the chains attached to it. She's not wearing a separate necklace like the other sisters, which is why I didn't do it in this video. Because it has to be properly attached to the blouse. I hadn't even bought the fabric for the blouse yet, and I wanted to ensure that I was buying enough, making the chain long enough, all that jazz. So I went to Hobby Lobby. I know, don't at me. They're just what I have. Finding really good pictures of the chain that is the connective material for Mary's blouse is rough. I'm gonna say that. And so I'm allowing myself a little bit of freedom and creative license. And I bought a couple of different things.
Wow.
Quick interjection from Editing Robin. I clearly would have failed as one of those makeup artist YouTubers because none of these pictures of the jewelry are visible. So I'm gonna interject some pictures. Okay. I've got a 14 pack of 25.5 by 14 millimeter chandelier pendants. I got two 22 piece antique silver beads. They've got some really cool features on them, like they're etched in. And then I got one pack of 10 millimeter antique silver, nickel free, Celtic symbols. They're just listed, they're all listed as metal gallery. Here is where I feel like you can be a little creative, take some creative license, because the pictures, I'm sure once the new movie comes out, the differences are going to be obvious between the original costumes and the new costumes. The original costumes are trashed, and they're not going to disassemble them completely to harvest what is usable. Like, they just wouldn't do that. So I feel like that gives us a little bit of creative license. Other things I bought to go with this: 6 millimeter jump rings, a magnetic clasp, and 2-inch eye pins. Just having the odds and ends to make it work. Nailed it. Okay, for the next step down, I don't know what that accent was. I don't even know what I was trying for. Is the orange blouse. I got this from fabric.com. It is called Andover Entwine Plaid. It's a multi-tonal orange plaid. That I think will reproduce very well. I'm going to go for a fairly standard Ren Fair style blouse, and then just tweak the neckline to accommodate the chaining. We'll talk about that more in that video. Next up, the corset. Mary's corset is very cool. You can tell that it's structured, but it's made out of like a wool material that looks like some of the wool is still raw, which suits her personality. Anyway, so I picked this up. I got it at fabric.com. It's called Telio Curly Q Blouse. I don't know what that abbreviation's for. B-O-U-C. Don't know what that's abbreviated for. In red. And it's got a black background with the red loose wooliness to it. And in real life, it reads as like a Bordeaux wine color. So I think that's perfect. Again, Mary's outfit is very like Ren Fairy, so it's Ren Fairy. Not a fairy that you would wear to a Renaissance festival. No. Ren Fair-ish. Now this one I have yet to open, so I am praying they sent me the right stuff. Because at this point I think I'm beyond my 30-day return policy option. Yes, it's gorgeous! For Mary's skirt, I wanted to stick with that homespun looking plaid. It needed to be a thick, chunky plaid. And I wanted to stick with those autumnal colors. I wanted to focus on the burgundies and the olives and the creams. And they nailed it with this one. This is the Windstar Twill Flannel. 100% cotton, and I purchased 5 yards. It doesn't feel like a flannel, it feels like a brushed twill, which ain't, I don't think it'll be awful. All right, there's that. I'm so glad that fabric is right. The last part of her skirt that I spent a really, really long time thinking about and pouting over, like, yeah, I genuinely pouted, is the bottom few inches of her skirt. I'm assuming is a second layer, is houndstooth. A thick, chunky houndstooth is really hard to find. It's not in style right now. Everything seems to be more of the buffalo checks, so finding a houndstooth was not easy. And sticking with the theory that I have put on this costume, that Mary's look is very organic, homespun, either DIY'd, homemade, along those lines. Like, I feel like she sourced her supplies from the village she lived in, from Salem Village. You know, so wools and cottons, those kind of things. So I thought outside the fabric box, and instead of buying fabric, I bought a throw blanket. This particular throw blanket is called the Elvana Home Throw Blanket with fringe. It is 100% cotton. And if I remember correctly, it was 64 by 50, which is just shy of 2 full yards of 60 wide fabric. So if I cut it well, I can get away with it. And what I liked about it, it's not thick at all. It's definitely not thick. But it's genuinely an organic woven houndstooth. Like, it's not a print. Yes! And then absolutely not least, while last, is the apron. The apron is, again, Mary. So, I don't know. I ended up buying 2 skeins of this Lancaster wool. Oh, it's wool-like acrylic. Whatever. I can't be bothered with the price of real wool. But then I also picked up this purple one, which is a 6 ounce in the color Raisin. And what I'm going to do when I don't know if I'm either going to crochet it or knit it, haven't decided. I'm going to work both types of yarn simultaneously so that even when I'm in the blue, the purple will still be with it. It'll give it a cool effect. It's something that I've done before. The difference is I really genuinely don't know if I'm going to just crochet it or if I'm going to use my nifty knitter. I don't knit. I don't actually knit. I can crochet. I don't love to crochet because it leaves my joints killing me, but I can. The nifty knitter, however, is quite fun. So I may go that route. And this is where we're going to get the cat to like attack. Hi. Hello. It's just us. Oh, hi, sir. Hello. Mama, come to investigate yarn. Hi. You come to grace us with your presence, Your Majesty? Okay, bye. Okay, friends, that is all I have for today. I really hope that you decide to join me on this adventure that I pray works, because I have been collecting these particular products for way too long. The first purchase that I made was December of 21. That's how long I've been working on collecting these things. Don't forget to come back next Friday for more fun fabric and shenanigans. I love you all, whether you are new or old here, and I will see you next time.